Thank you, Chairman. 2 weeks ago, I had an opportunity to be visited by a man from Dallas, Texas, who has an operation whereby they manufacture medical devices. And I'd like to ask unanimous consent that a letter that he sent me be included in the record.
Without objection, the letter will be included in the record.
The gentleman and I am not going to read the entire letter. It's rather extensive, but I believe in summary it matches up exactly to the exact same argument that is being felt across the country. I'd like to read, if I can, several pieces of that. The gentleman's name is Walter Human from OsteoMed in Addison, Texas. He says, the device tax will not only tax gross product revenues, but my understanding and reading of the bill is that it will also tax the instruments OsteoMed must invest in place into hospitals at no charge, thereby further reducing my company's profit opportunities and forcing expense reductions in other areas in order to achieve the goals of staying in business. Despite increased raw material and labor costs, OsteoMed has been unable to raise product prices over the past several years. It is now equally unlikely to simply pass along the device tax to our customers. He told me point blank, they'll simply lay off people and quit manufacturing. The worst part of it is he's going to keep doing business, but it won't be in the United States. It should be noted that OsteoMed is also aggressively redirecting its business focus to international markets that provide a less cumbersome and lengthy regulatory pathway with revenue streams that are not subject to the medical tax, immediately saving not just 2.3% in the process, but more. The past month, OsteoMed initiated the search for sales managers in China and the Middle East to supplement recent managers hiring in Korea and Italy. Unfortunately, OsteoMed has already started to effectively trade U.S. jobs for overseas positions as a direct result of the medical device tax and other government involvement. As best I can tell you, lady and gentlemen, I travel this country about as much as any member of Congress, and on a regular basis I see the devastating impacts of where this same experiment is taking place in California, Illinois, and New York. And tens of thousands of jobs are being lost from those states to the state of Texas and other places. The problem is when this takes place here in the United States and it impacts Texas companies, they simply move overseas. The last haven of free enterprise, I hope, is not Texas. I'd like to see it be in Massachusetts, which I visited this last week. I'd like it to be in Illinois, where I was at the week before, and the week before that in Oregon, that has the highest unemployment in the country. What we're doing here today makes perfect sense, and I think just last night we received a healthy, fresh dose of reinforcement of knowing that big government is not the answer, and the American people are sick and tired of it. But I believe that the underpinnings of the ObamaCare, what's known as the Affordable Act or the ObamaCare bill, comes at a huge cost of jobs and employment by Americans in this country. And I would hate to think that we would not, as a Republican Party, want to dissect this bill to make sure, once again, after all, now that we passed it, we know what is in the bill. I yield back my time.
Mr. Hastings.